Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today I thought I would take you through my process of prepping for a mini album, well, or a scrapbook album. These haven't been mini lately, have they? The Basically Amazing are pretty tall and some of them are pretty big. But I thought I would take you through all the different little steps that I do for prepping to make an album to film for you guys, or just to make one, period. And this paper collection, we're going to be making the Basically Amazing graceful decorative edge, and we're going to be using the foundations and some components from the scrap journal. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I'll have all that listed down below in the description box. So there's also a very specific playlist for this that starts with an intro to the templates to begin with and goes on from there. There might even be a flip through of some prototypes, and then this video, and then the covers, and so on. So I will link that playlist right here and down below in the description box if you need to reference that. So every video I'll make for this album will be in that playlist. I also have a very specific Amazon list for this project. It has everything in it, from the paper, even the printer I use, even though that printer is not available. But I might link another printer. I don't personally have it, but it looks like it might be a pretty good deal. It just doesn't have like I don't think it has a scanner on it. But I might put that in the Amazon list. But it has things like the sock candle. It even has things like my sock candle and the little tea light candles inside. It has everything that you see that I use as best as I can. So that Amazon list is called With Love, Basically Amazing. Okay, but it's linked down in the description box if you want to check it out. Alright, I'm going to start with the paper. This is the 12 by 12 paper collection from Prima. And one of the first things I like to do before I start the project is to remove one of each design. So in this case, it's a double-sided paper, so I'll remove two of this one. And for me, it's just easier to have them out of the pad, so that when I'm working, trying to figure out what I want to go with what, how I'm going to mat that page or whatnot, I can just literally take this page and lay it on top of the thing that I am working on, and it's just, for me, it's a little bit visually easier, if that makes sense. So then I always flip it over to the other side, because now there's two patterns. So we're going to start by doing that. I already started cutting one of these pages up. So when I get to that, I'll just need to be sure I only get one out. Okay, so here's the next one. Isn't that pretty? So we need two of those. So that's one side. And then that's the other. I love these two. I wish they weren't back to back, but maybe we'll use it as a page. We'll see. And then here's the next one. It's got little cushion hearts on it. Little puffy ones. Okay. Kind of reminds me of when I was young. We used to make things like that. I'm pretty sure. Super cute. And then there's the back of that. This was the page. Oh, this was the page. Well, I already started to cut one up. Well, let me leave it in here. I don't want to, because I like to use one of each page before I move on. Well, I'll try to. Some pages I just can't work into the album that I'm making. Do you know what I mean? I can't work it into the look. Alright, here's the next one. Yep. Okay, there's one side. This is like a cut apart piece. Sort of. And then the back is cute. I think it's got a bunch of, yeah, like frames. So that's cute. That could actually be cut apart. Okay, and then boop boop. And then here is, I think this might be the last one. That's pretty. I love this. I love that. And then on the back side, oh, no, I think there might be one more. And then they've got the little tea setting, the little teapot and the tea cup and the creamer. That's cute. Oh, I didn't even realize there were little cakes on there. That's cute. And the little cupcake that's just got flowers, little cupcake holder with flowers in it. That's cute. That's actually a cute idea for decor. Random, I know. Alright, yeah, so one more page, and this one is a cut apart. And then on the back side is the pink and white polka dot. I might be using this page for covers, the pink and white polka dot on the covers. So that was the last page. Yeah. All right, so then I can set this aside. But also, in order to not lose all these pages, to keep them a little tidier, I've been using these. I've got them linked in the Amazon list. But I think there's another, I think that you could get them somewhere else too. And I will try to find that and link that down below. But these are cute. So I'm going to grab this one. Actually, this is the last one I had. What brand is this? I might have to get some more. So I like to take all of these pages and put them in this, put them in this folder. Sorry about that. I've got a piece of paper trying to help me with some glare, and I hit it all the time. It drives me nuts. Except for the cut apart, this cut apart sheet. I think I'm going to cut these apart into cards as part of my prepping. So, I think I'm just going to do it like this. This is a Fiskars Precision paper trimmer. So I'm just going to go ahead and separate all of these because we're not using the journaling cards this time. We're just going to use the paper collection. So we're going to use the cut aparts instead. Okay, so we got that all cut apart, and then this was the one sheet that I was doing some fussy cutting, right? So I did that, and then I did this cute little round frame. Isn't that cute? And then this was just a scrap, so I'm gonna go ahead and start my scrap tray. In fact, I might even put this in here. I'm gonna tear it apart though. And then this was cut aparts. But these could be, like, I could put this in the embellishment tray because they were literally a square or a rectangle part of the paper collection. So I'm going to set that aside. And here's one of the frames that was on that page. And then here's this. This is probably from a vintage postcard or something. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to sit that in with the ephemera as well. And this one, that was part of the page. I'll put that with the ephemera. And then I had this part left over. And I think I'm going to leave it whole for now, just for now. Because I might need some long, skinny, collage-y type things. So I'm going to get the paper collection back out. You know, where I separated it from the paper pad. And I'm going to put the big, tall pieces that I haven't used yet. I'm going to stick it in here so that they don't get lost. Alright, so I'm going to get a crafty tray out, not for these journaling cards. You know what, maybe I should keep these with these, the journaling cards with these taller pieces. So I'm just going to put these over here in my crafty companion in one of the slots so that I can see them. But I am going to put these in here. So these are like the cut off pieces, and then these are actual like ephemera. So now that I've got that, I'm going to put this tray back because I don't need it right now. I'm going to take the ephemera packs, and I'm not going to open this quite yet, but because I think I might use some of these on the cover. So this was the only like flower type thing that I've included in this album. And then of course there's this mold, but we're not going to do any prep with either one of these right now. So I'm just going to put those aside. So the two ephemera packs, I'm going to open them up, and I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to sort them out because I end up rooting around for specific things when I'm embellishing. So it's just nice to go ahead and do it before we get started. There's a cute little heart. So we'll see what kind of piles we end up. And look at that. Look at that packaging. It's pink and white. That is really cute. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see anything in my monitor. So we can maybe even cover up the backside and just leave that. That is so cute. Okay. So we'll keep those. Okay, so let's start. So we got like shapes, and we got flowers, and we got words. All that I need is you always. People tags. I'm going to go ahead and make a decision and put my tags with that. And this too. There's some birds. And I'm going to put anything that looks like a card. I'm going to put over here. Here's some words. There's some more heart shapes. There's a cake. Some more flowers. Oh, that's so cute. Look, it's got some, oh, it pops out. It's got a foiling on it. I didn't realize it popped out. Well, should we go ahead and do it? Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, that's so cute. And this butterfly, I could fussy cut that a little bit better. I might leave that inside in there for right now. So we'll put that over there, and then that's a card, and then this is a card. So, wait a minute. So these are all card type things with words on them. And then these are shapes, fussy cut shapes. So maybe I'll move these, except for that one. Okay. Okay, that's gonna go there. Oh, some little hearts that I did not fussy cut out, but there they are. Oh, that's cute. Little mini version. Okay, those are gonna go in there. Such a beautiful feeling. And then there's another heart. Cute. Teacup, random ticket. Oh, that's cute. Oh, look, there's a smaller version of what I fussy cut out of the paper. Cute. Another tag. Oh, there's a circle. And some cupcakes, some more teapots. Teapot and teacup. And another frame with some foil. So all of those are going to go in there. Those are quite big. And then let's get a couple more of these trays out. Okay, so all I have in here is a couple hearts, and there's a couple of paper clay from the molds. We're not going to talk about that right now. I just didn't want to lose them. So I think what I'll do is definitely the ones that have words and things on them I'm going to put over here so I can see them easily. And I think these, I'm not sure, there's only a few, so I'm going to stick those in there with that. And then I maybe even put the hearts in here. Get them, scoop them off my table here. And it's all an effort to make creating easy, less stressful. You get to see what you have a little bit easier than you would otherwise. And then the rest of it I think I'm going to put in this tray. These are crafty trays from my crafty companion. If you want to learn how to make the crafty companion, I will link the playlist up here and down below. There's several different ways you can make the crafty companion, but this is just one of the trays. This is the skinny tray that is included with that. These are so cute. Okay, so now I'm going to put these back. And I'm going to put these up here with the cutouts and stuff that I just did. So that's all the paper collection. So let's talk about other stuff. Let's talk about all the other stuff. Okay. I decided to use the vintage polka dot as the background design because of this paper right here. I decided that it's so similar. It looks so similar that this is going to be perfect if I print off mats or if I print off the paper, background design on paper. So I'm going to use the vintage polka dots. You do not have to use the vintage polka dots. You can substitute it for anything else that you want. And I'm also going to be using the shades of color. Oops, let me find my prints here. I picked the, let's see, number 15 and number 25. So I wanted to show you really quick. These two are on parchment and these two are on white cardstock, and I'm going to show you both of that in just a second, the parchment and the white cardstock. But look how different. They both actually go perfectly with this paper collection. I guess it just really depends on which page you have that you're working with. So we're going to be using these, and this is what the listing looks like on my Etsy. I'll have it linked down below specifically so you can find it. So we're going to be using the shades of color. I'm going to be using 15 and 25. Did I say 25? Yeah, because it really needs some green. Really, really, really needs some green. This paper collection is so pink. So pink. And then the other thing we're going to be using, besides coffee stained paper, got a coffee stained paper that we wrap our covers with. I think I'm going to make a new cover for this one. We'll see. We'll see. I might make it a new style. I don't know. I'm going to test my theory out. I'm going to test, it's not a theory. I'm going to test my idea out and see what it looks like. But we're definitely using coffee stained paper. And there's the vintage polka dot. And then we're going to be using the backgrounds, the digital papers that are part of the scrap journal add-on. So I only printed the 5, and remember one of them is kind of like a label. So I went ahead and printed one of each portrait version, just so I can have a look at everything when I am going through trying to create and match different patterns. So, but these are all super neutral, and they're going to look good against anything really, pretty much, in my opinion. So I've got these already, I've got one set of the backgrounds, these digital papers that are included in the art journal, that are included in the scrap journal. This one right here, right? Those papers are included in there. There's a PDF for 8.5 by 11, and there's a PDF for 11 by 17. So we're going to be using that. There's the shades of color. Okay, so here is the cardstock. So this is 80-pound white cardstock. I have it linked in my Amazon. I use this brand for the 80-pound white cardstock, for the 8.5 by 11. I also buy this 80-pound and 11 by 17. And I also use 24-pound 8.5 by 11, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, for the photo mats, the add-on photo mats. So this is the paper I use, and I'll have it linked in the Amazon list. And then this is the parchment. This is the parchment paper. We used it in, not the last album, but the last Sugar Cookie album. And I really loved the way it looked. I think I may have even test printed these printable papers from the scrap journal. I may have even test printed these on the parchment. I just don't have them sitting right here. I just was curious of what they were going to look like if I printed them on there. So this is the parchment. You don't have to use parchment paper. You can totally print on your coffee stained paper if you don't want to use parchment paper. Alright, so now I'm going to take a second And I'm going to get these papers back out and we'll spread them out a little bit because I want you to see how the papers and colors that I've chosen, how they go with this paper collection. So there's one of each. Just about. So here's my vintage polka dot background. And then here is the shades of color. Right? And the reason I picked number 15 is because in the paper collection, it looks purple. In this paper collection, there's like purple flowers, purple lavender. It looks like there's some butterfly bush in there. Yeah, so this is actually like a pink, but it looks purple next to this paper collection. So here's both of that. That's the same shades of color, just this is on parchment and this is on white cardstock. But they both go equally well. This one's just really, you know, in your face for this vintage style. So we'll probably stick with the parchment paper one, but it just looks really nice next to this paper collection. And the green's the same way. It does go, it's just really stark for this paper collection because it's got a lot of vintage vibes. And then, of course, coffee stained paper. You know, it goes with everything. And parchment paper. So you can see the parchment and the coffee tea stained, I think. It's a combination. Looks very similar. So you can use either one interchangeably, whatever you want to do. So there's that. And then all of the papers that are part of the scrap journal. So there's the one with my mom's handwriting with the pink and white. Or pink and white. Pink and green. And then here's like one with ledger. So it all just goes so nicely. This one also has my mom's handwriting, except it's like with blue and letters background. I don't know if we'll use this one or not. But what I thought was going to be really cool is this is like a Valentine's. So it's going to be like, you know, love letters and stuff like that. You know, I thought that'd just be really cool and a lot of fun. And then this one also has my mom's handwriting in there, but there's all kinds of letters and script and ledger in there. And then this one doesn't have my mom's handwriting, but it has a lot of papers and scripts and receipts and letters and different things like that on this one. So yeah, it all just goes really nicely together. It just looks really good. It looks like a really good palette. And you can see why we needed some green. There's so much pink. We needed some green. I tried to pull in a blue, but I changed my mind on the blue. But I also want to tell you, if you didn't want to use your shades of color, you could use your pastel. You could use your pastel green, vintage collage. These are available in my Etsy shop. You could have used the blue. It depends on what you print it on, the blue, whether or not it'll work, but the pastel green. And the neutral, if you don't have the scrap journal. You can always use the neutral because there's 5 printable papers in here as well. So that's also an option. I thought about it. I thought about including it, but I thought, nope, we got a lot going on. We've got a lot of options, and this is just a Valentine's type album. So, you know, you don't really take that many pictures, or you know, there's really not a whole lot to document. But I guess it doesn't have to be a Valentine's type album. It's just kind of a love album. Do you know what I mean? So that's all the papers. Let me straighten them up real quick. Okay, I've got all that paper tucked away in here. So I was wondering, let's see, what else can we use that we've been using? Well, we're definitely going to be using some wax. So the wax seal type situation. Okay, so the wax seals, I think this is a purple mix, and I think I'm going to be using this. It looks pink on here. I'm not sure why it's in the purple mix. It looks really nice, so I might use that one. Do I have one already? No. So I might use this one, and then this one is the champagne gold. I may use this one, but it doesn't. Well, it does. It looks pretty nice up against. So I might be using both of those. I'll have them linked in that Amazon list, but I didn't go for the reds. They were just a little too harsh for this paper collection. I got a ton. I mean, you could even use white if you wanted to. Let's see what else I have. All right, I got a whole basket. I got greens. Don't really care for that. I've got blues and greens. And I got silver and like an antique gold. I thought I had white. What's this one? This one's purple. Interesting. Oh, that one's a deep purple. Wow, I hadn't realized how deep that was. Whew, that one's a deep purple. So we won't be using that one. Well, I thought I had a white. These, my mom had all of these in her stock. I'll be darned. I really did think I had a white. I thought. I have one in here, so where did it go? Right, there's a white one right there. Am I missing it? Is it just, what's the poop scoop here, you guys? What's the poop scoop? I have all these. Oh, I wonder if it was this. Well, I don't want to use that. Anyway, I got a ton. So we won't be using white, but you could if you want. Okay. So I think I picked the right one. I had the right choice. And I'll put all these up. So I really enjoy doing the wax seals, especially with this whole love theme going on. We could have like hidden love letters and stuff like that. I think it'd be cute. So I'm definitely going to be using some wax seals, and I have in the Amazon there is like a set. So I'm going to be using that set, and one of them is the flower, and then one of them says love. There's a couple other sayings in it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 pieces, plus you get a handle. So that's in the Amazon list. So we're going to be using that. And I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you guys something. Oh, magnets. Magnets. Oh, I don't have very many in here. I have a ton of magnets. Let me grab some. I have a whole magnet resource list. I have it linked down below. I also have some in the Amazon list, so if you're an Amazon shopper, whatever you want to do, whatever size. These are, the size of these magnets are 3/8 of an inch by 1/32 of an inch, and they're N52s. But they're linked. There's a whole list of them linked down below. And then the magnet savers, I've got a few places where those are also linked. And the roof caps, those I have linked in the Amazon. Those are just magnet savers. But I'm going to get some magnets out. I forget, what did I need so many magnets for recently? Oh, I made ornaments for the Christmas tree. Mini album ornaments for the Christmas tree. That's what it was. So I'm going to be using magnets, so that's listed down below. And we're going to be doing the sewing method. This is the new stitched accordion binding. I have a video where I did this exact piece right here. I'll link that up here and down below if you want to brush up on how to do that. But we're going to be doing this type of binding in the album. But you don't have to. You can literally do the old school, not the old school, the new way that I started doing it with the Basically Amazing, where I just attach the tab to the binding fin. So you just take the really long tab on the page and you attach it to. I will link that video up here and you can just check it out for yourself. It'd just be easier that way. Or you could slide your pocket type, tube type pages onto the fin. And I'm going to be using the the walnut stain. Just what's that called? Distress oxide. And that's all I can really think about at the moment. I can't think of anything else that you may want to gather. I'm sure there'll be different stuff, but it's stuff that we've been using lately. We've been using a lot of these things lately, so I think that you already have these things in your stash. So, oh, this is cute. This is a scrapbook.com stamp. Did I get this as a free bonus one time? I don't know, but it's got little sayings on it that says, "Oh, how I love you. You are my heart. Love, love, love you. You and me forever," that kind of thing. So this is cute. This might be something that will be useful for this type of album. But okay, I think. And of course, medium weight chipboard, all that's linked in the Amazon. I have an idea. So I have an idea for the mold. And it's a fun idea. It's a new idea. I haven't seen it done. Doesn't mean it hasn't been done. I just thought of it the other day and I did a quick little test and it was so cute. And I loved it so much. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing paper clay, so I'm going to hold off on saying whether or not we're going to use paper clay. Alright, and that's about all you know, your normal stuff, your hole reinforcements and things like that. So yeah, that is kind of how I prepare. So I'm looking around at all the stuff that I was just talking about, and now I can get a much clearer picture of the album that I'm wanting to make. Okay, so be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn the bell notifications on, and the next video will be the covers for this. And I'm super excited about getting started on this. So this is the second in an album a month series that I'm doing. The first one was the ephemera holder, which is this one right here. It turned out super pretty. I love it so much, and you'll be seeing it a lot. I will link that up there and down below as well. The playlist for this, if you want to make this from beginning to end. That was January's, and then this is February's. So I'm super excited to get started on it. And I hope this helps you guys get a little more organized. Of course, you know, your normal stuff, like your tapes and your scissors and things like that. I have it all in the Amazon list, but you can also just use what you have. And if you didn't want to use this paper collection at all, and you wanted to make this album with me, feel free to just use the shades of color and the printable papers that come with the scrap journal, or your own personal digital papers. Feel free. If you just want to make the album just to get better acquainted with the Basically Amazing, feel free to use whatever you want. You would be surprised at how much you learn by doing it, by putting it together, and then seeing a finished product, and you're like, oh wow, that is so cool, or that is so pretty. Even just with plain paper, if it was just all if I just used just the printable papers from the scrap journal, if that's all I used, and I just did pops of color with the shades of color, you know, that would be a beautiful album. So you may want to give it a try if you don't have this paper collection or you don't like it. But okay, you guys, that's all I got for you now, and I hope this was helpful, and be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.